Membership means more with American Express Business Gold. Earn 4 times membership rewards points in your top 2 eligible spending categories every month, including eligible U.S. advertising purchases and select media, and U.S. purchases at restaurants, including takeout and delivery. What are you waiting for? Get the card that flexes with your spending every month. Terms and points cap apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business-gold. Amex Business Gold Card. Built for business by American Express.
Are you stuck staring at your W-2? Are tax refund worries holding you back? You probably have FOMO, the fear of messing up. The fix? Using TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They find every credit and deduction to help you get every refund dollar you deserve. Or your money back. It's time to overcome your fear of messing up and get your taxes done right. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. You know those friends who support your preference for podcasts over music on road trips? That's the energy State Farm brings to insurance. With over 19,000 local agents, they help you find the coverage that fits your needs. So you can spend less time worrying about insurance and more time enjoying the ride. Download the State Farm app or go online at statefarm.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hello.
Hi. Welcome to a new episode of Don't Blame Me.
Welcome. We are so happy to have you here. This is a podcast. You know what a podcast is at this point, but maybe you don't know what this podcast is.
I don't think a lot of people know what podcasts are. You know, like Netflix.
Oh my God. Don't even get me motherfucking started on why there are podcasts on television. Also, you know what's pissing me off even more than that? Is now that we're creating fake podcasts. Like people are just setting up their microphone.
Mm-hmm.
It's not plugged in.
Yep.
And they're using their phone microphone and they are clip farming just to look like they're on a podcast.
Yep. There's that. There's also talk shows. They're calling themselves podcasts and they're not. If you have an audience, that's a talk show.
Oh my God.
If you have more than 3 cameras, that's a talk show. If you have somebody that separate from your producer/director, that's a talk show. If those are 2 different people, that's a talk show.
Yeah. If we were calling cut for hair and makeup breaks, if we're, like I just find it wild that it's like, you know what, we need less TV. You know what we need more? Podcasts.
Right. But calling them podcasts and they're not podcasts, they're talk shows.
Exactly.
And then, your clip farming thing, that is annoying. Also, ads, they make it try to seem like it's a podcast, like they're pulling something.
That. I was like, this isn't a podcast, by the way. This is like, they just made it look like this is a podcast ad read that they've now made into a commercial.
Mm-hmm.
So bad. But all that to say, if you ever want to pay us to do one of those, we actually love it then.
Yeah. Because we are actual podcasters. But if you want us to have a talk show, we're also open to that. But we're going to call it a talk show.
Yeah. Like, we are both quite familiar with the talk show format. And, like, I'm not going to do disrespect and then be like, this is actually a podcast. No. The pioneers of talk shows didn't put all that motherfucking work in for you just to call it a podcast.
Right.
Then a voice note
shout out to Sarah Jesse Raphael. She's still with us. I didn't know this till it was her birthday. She is 91 years old. Sarah Jesse Raphael. She was, I don't know if you remember her, but she had the red glasses.
Oh, by the way, if you told me this is a woman with red glasses, I would have also assumed she has departed because a red glasses is something you can only start doing as a certain personality type once you reach a certain age. And like those are the glasses you're buried in. And
yes.
I do frequently look forward to being a older lady with red glasses eventually.
I see that for you.
Oh, yeah. She's quirky. Oh, yeah. I love the... And oh my gosh, she's all different shaped frames, but always red for her.
They're always red. That's her thing.
Wow. I didn't... It's... She's born in 1935, and you're right. She is still alive.
Yes. She had her birthday in February, and I thought she'd been gone, but she's still kicking it.
Wow. I wonder why Mowry Povich is trending.
I'd say 79.
He's 87.
Oh, wow. He looks pretty good.
He does.
That's what not being racist will do to you.
Mm-hmm.
And he's still doing interviews, too.
Wow.
Like, he sits down with people and just has, like, one-on-one conversations.
All that to say, we love a talk show. But this, in fact, is not a talk show. We just start calling our podcast a talk show. Welcome to the talk show.
Welcome to the talk show. We are talking, and it is a show.
Yeah, if you're watching on Patreon, you can see us.
Yeah, Spotify too.
That too.
Yeah, so, Patreon, no ads. Spotify with ads.
And hey, we are sometimes people, personally me, I'm always this person. I love an ad. I love an ad.
There are people that are subscribed to our Patreon that will watch the ones with ads.
And you are our favorite children. Like, if we had to pick favorites, you are there. You are right there. So, yeah, we give advice on this podcast. We talk shit. We talk about our own lives. We talk about everything. It's just, great, fun, wonderful gossip that you can unplug, enjoy listening to gorgeous, beautiful women who didn't vote for Trump. So, yeah, you don't have to worry about that with us. Ever. And by the way, we are never Trumpers in the way that we were never Republicans. We were never Republicans to never even become never Trump Republicans.
I was, what was I? I think at one point.
Were you a knit girl?
No. Never. I've never been a Republican, but I think at one point in Arkansas, I was registered as a Republican just so that I could vote in the primaries against the Republican that was the front runner.
Yeah.
So if you ever see that in my voting record, that is why. But that was only, I was like 19.
Well, that's like a common, when there's like a really, really bad one, that it's like, oh, let's get ahead of that. Like, if it was Trump versus Mitch McConnell, I would hope people in if it was Trump versus Mitt Romney, I would hope people in red states would be like, oh, no, let's actually vote for Mitt Romney.
Yeah.
Not Trump. So, yeah, you never have to worry about that with us at all, by any means.
Never. We'll talk more about that later. So, I'm Melissa.
Oh, yeah,
and
we
should introduce ourselves.
We should. M&M, that's who we are. Like the candy.
Melt in your mouth, not in your hand.
Like the white wrapper. For a good time. And for a good time, you can call 310-694-0976. And we're serious about that. That is what you can call for a good time, because that's where you leave voicemails to get our advice on the podcast. But if you don't want to leave a voicemail, you can send a voice memo to meghanpodcast@gmail.com, or you can fill out the form that's in the show notes, or type it out into the same email, or type it out in a DM. For all of those, you have to be over 18 years old. And tell us how old you are. Because if you're 19, it depends on what you're asking about.
Yeah.
You freshly turned 18, depends on what you're asking about.
If you're 18 high school...
Oh,
wait.
No.
Wait till after graduation, please.
As someone who was, I'm going to be the
most...
most...
You were 17 in high school.
Yeah, Melissa, I'm going to be the most hypocritical parent in the entire fucking world. Like, the way I was sucking and fucking and drinking and smoking at, like, 16, 17 in high school. And now we have people who try and call us, like, so I'm fucking my boyfriend. I'm like, oh, my God. No, that's disgusting. No. And I did the same thing. But hey, I'm older now.
You live and learn.
Exactly.
We're here to speak from our own advice. From our own life experiences.
I had a dream about a guy I used to hook up with in high school. Like, I used to date in high school last night. And I was like...
You've been bringing up these high school, college people a lot.
Well, I think that there must have been something that reminded me, because like my dreams are always triggered by something like that night. I think there must have been something, or someone had a name that sounded like, or an actor in the movie we just watched for this week's, something like triggered it that made me think of this person. Because I remember thinking of this person like while we were watching the movie, and I was like, oh, okay. And then when I dreamt it, and I was like, haven't seen you in a decade plus.
Speaking of movies, watch our other podcasts or listen to our other podcasts. But Am I Watching, which is on a different feed. But this week we'll be doing what I think might be one of the greatest movies of all time.
So I'm so fucking glad, because I've said that it's one of the greatest movies of all time, and I've watched it countless times, but I have not watched it in the last at least 15 years. And I was like, I really hope I'm not eating my fucking words.
I was literally quoting things, but I couldn't remember I know the movie, but I couldn't remember the movie. And I was quoting it as it was going along. I haven't watched it as a fully formed adult. So I was curious, and, I loved it. So tune in to hear us gush over.
Yeah. And you can also listen to the backlog, because we only really have 2 absolute flops.
What's the second one?
The Kim Kardashian TV show.
Oh, that was a TV show. Okay, I was thinking just movies.
And that was at least fun.
Was it? I remember falling asleep multiple times.
No. Us talking about it was fun. We weren't like getting angry.
Gotcha.
One battle after another. Like we were both incredibly heated, and like I'm still angry. Like that fire is still burning inside me for my hatred of this movie.
I feel like we need a now it's like our grading scale was, well, it was better than one battle after another.
Yes. And so far everything is. By the way, All's Fair, also better.
Oof.
There's more women.
There are more women, but I don't know if I can say that.
Well, we didn't watch the whole season. We watched one episode. The timing is also different. When you make me sit through 3 hours of that, 45-minute TV show, totally fine. I can do that 3 times over.
That pilot was, I feel like, an hour and a half long. Or maybe it was because I fell asleep so many times.
That could also be it. That's why I think 27 Dresses is 3 hours long.
I've never finished it.
Me neither.
What's the name of that TV show?
It's not, because that's the
All
Shonda
Fair.
one.
That's right.
Really?
Yeah, All's Fair.
It's a bad name.
Which Glenn Close is in both shows.
I was going to say that. And she isn't in One Battle After Another.
Right. 43 minutes. So, yeah, you're right.
It's okay. We should have, when we do really bad ratings, we should do it kind of like the weather app, where it's like 45 minutes, like this is the temperature, but it feels like this. So it was 45 minutes, but it felt like about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So, well, shall we get into some advice given?
Let's do it. Hold on to your horses in a good way.
Oh my God, wait. Okay.
Hi, Meghan and Melisa. Hello. And second, so I am 28 years old. So I've been dating my partner for 2 years now, actually, and will be 2 years and 14 more days, excuse me. 2 weeks. So, I'm gay. First I wanted to call back in February, but unfortunately things happened. But now I'm like, I want to call because I want to know and would like some advice on do's and don'ts on how to propose to your partner. And I don't know, I just, I was the one, and I've just never felt happier. This person has made me extremely happy, and not to sound corny, but has changed me for good. But I had so much joy with this person, and so I just want to know, and also, first I wanted to ask Mott's if he's available. Totally fine. I just want to know, do's and don'ts, and especially because my partner has social anxiety. I know for a fact I'm not going to do it in public, and I also have social anxiety, so I'm not going to do it in public because what on earth? Not me, and that is not them. And I know for a fact we've I don't know, and I've even seen I've been on engagement ring TikTok. I even talked with my sisters. They even told me that if I want to propose, well, I do want to propose, to maybe invest more on the prongs to make sure the diamond doesn't fall out, or whatever gem that they. And I've seen a couple, and my partner, by the way, they go by he/they pronouns. Very 30 years old. They're 31. They're a very whimsical, beautiful being, and just I want to find an occasional ring that fits them personally. And I think I found a couple. And also what's the best way to hide it, and what's the secret, and also how do I also communicate to their family, because I want them to be involved as well, and their friends too, my friends and family. So before I ever lunge down on one knee, and I don't know, I just the only thing I know is they love gold, so I know for a fact I want to get them a gold ring. I don't. This is very word vomit. I didn't write a script. I'm so sorry. You can yell at me all you want, but yeah, I just was advice, and yeah.
We're yelling, but it's more like a happy scream yell, not a wagging finger yell.
No, we both teared up. I'm so just first and foremost, we're so happy for you.
Mm-hmm.
Just so happy for you, and you can hear the happiness, and we can see the happiness.
Because we followed this journey, not just from when you started dating this person, from when I just looked it up, your first call was when you were 21, you're 28 now. Wow. And during your first call, you were asking for advice about someone else and we've lived through numerous people that you've dated that it just did not work out. We've lived through that man that had a hooked penis.
Yeah. The person who had the dog that they brought to the clubs and the bars.
Oh, right. I forgot about that person.
Oh,
the old man.
I didn't. Yeah, the old man. And I was like, the old man and the Yorkie was how I pictured it in my head.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So this is even like when you first started dating this person, even telling them that you love them. And I feel like there was another big moment that happened recently, but I can't remember. But meeting their family.
Yeah. Like this has just been so cool. Like there's a level of like getting to witness people's lives by proxy through calls, and then people who are also in the Patreon and all of that. Like it's so cool because like people are like, oh, we've listened to this podcast for X amount of time. Like you've seen me through this. And like, we've also seen you through that. Like this is not just like a one side. If you've like participated and called in and like been active in this, like we also get to know you. So like this is just like so exciting. Like I love this. I would say the two biggest things that I think everything else needs to trickle down from, and you've already eliminated like one of them, which is like not in public. But the other one is, do they want or do you want pictures and or video? And then if it's a yes, think of it like one of those little brackets where you answer yes and then it goes to another question. So yes, you want pictures and or video. Do you want those things to be professional? If you want those things to be professional, there are ways to propose privately, not inside where you live. Like you can go on a hike, you can do something where like it is not in front of other people, but you will have professional photos, whatever. Or if it's like, we don't need professional photos, we would just like some, a video of our own, then you set up a camera, you hide it, or you set up a camera and be like, hey, let's take a picture, and like you do that right there. So I think that those are the first things to answer, because that changes the timing of it. Like that's like, okay, do you have an outfit on that you like? Does your partner have an outfit on that they like? Like, is it like what's like the vibe? Where are we at? Like, is there planning that goes into it? But if it's like no,
and I said they also mentioned that they want family there. So like even if you don't have a professional but you want family to take photos, make sure it's somebody that is not going to freak out and is moving the camera all over everywhere and is making sure that you're both in the frame. Like it needs to be somebody that is cool, calm, and collective and knows that they need to capture this moment, not their own excitement.
Totally. And it could even be something like you want to do a private proposal, and then you want to do a private proposal. You don't want to have a professional photographer. You want it to just be like low key at where you live, like at home. I think those are like very sweet and romantic. And then it's like, okay, now I got you this really cute outfit, or like wear your favorite outfit. We're going to dinner, and like at dinner you can surprise, there's all family and friends is there, and then if you want to have a photographer there who can get those photos in a different way that aren't like proposal photos, something like that, where you can include people that it's like, if you know that you and your partner are the kind of people who like want a little bit of time to like decompress after, like where it's just you two, or if it's like, no, we want it to be just us to start and then have like a spontaneous little celebration house party, or go to a restaurant and do something like that with everyone's family. Or if it's like we're at a family barbecue, at a family cookout, and then propose there. But I think the best thing to do in general is to loop in two different people. And I think those two different people, if they're close with their siblings, a sibling and a best friend.
In Megan's case, I was the sibling / best friend.
Exactly. So like, I think that is like a good way to do it. So you have like a idea of what this person wants. And then if there's like a family aspect to it, someone who can like loop in you know what I mean? Like someone who can like wrangle the family. Because if you want the family there, that's a whole other thing. But I think getting the insight of that, but not telling like everybody. And then I also think if you know your partner would want you to pick out a ring, then go for it. Like pick out like all of that. But I also think something underrated is people proposing with placeholders, or it could be like, something that it's like, this isn't This is a family heirloom. This is a ring pop. This is something that, and I want us to go pick this out together. Something like that where I think sometimes people go very safe and like very traditional that's like not their partner at all because they think there's a higher likelihood that they'll like something like that. And it's like, well, if you already know what your partner likes, you know what they like. And I mean, I'm my biggest advice if you want to do a diamond and the person and your future husband, he likes gold. I think I personally like with my ring that my prongs are platinum, so it doesn't make the diamond look more yellow. But if you're going for a different colored gemstone, sometimes that works, sometimes that looks great. But I would say like do all of your due diligence with the finances of it, because just because something's more expensive does not mean it's better. And it's always better to do it for like smaller local jewelers.
Yeah. And also there is an option if you want, you can take them so that they you go shopping or looking at rings together. It could be where like you get an assortment of the things, just an idea of what he likes. And then, you know, it can be a surprise, or it can be exactly what he wants. And the engagement itself is the surprise, not the ring. Yeah,
that was me. I was very much like, we're trying these on. Also because like I got like long Voldemort fingers. I need to like figure out what, I've never worn a ring. Like I have to figure out what actually looks good on my finger. But another fun thing to do if you want to keep it even more secretive is doing like a diversion, a distraction where it's like the friend or a sibling or something, someone else is trying on engagement rings and being like, hey, will you come with me? I think so-and-so is going to propose soon. Will you come try these on with me? And like, you know, get some intel that way. But yeah, I'm a big believer in like the engagement, the partnership, not a surprise. The engagement is a really fun surprise. So I think going to like a place that you really love and a place that you feel like the most comfortable. I would also practice getting down on one knee because some people get down on two knees. Some people do a funny little hunch that's just like, oh, you know, that's it's not great for your shoulders. Like those
Some
traps
people
are looking
don't.
real tight.
Some people refuse to crease their sneakers, so they get in an odd position.
Yeah,
which is, again, weird. Wear different shoes. I know you want to put on your best for the engagement, but
if your best hinders your ability to do this, stop.
Also,
like,
while you're walking, your shoes are bending anyway.
Their shoes.
Grow up.
Their shoes. This is very much giving like Spice Girls Barbie. Like put it in a glass box and then never touch it if we're worried about that. So I think like just those things about what makes you excited, and I would just like focus on not I think planning a moment is really nice as long as it's still fun and it's not stressful for you and it's not like taking you away from your partner. Like to me, there's like no level of like intricacy in a proposal that if my partner was being like weird for 2 months, that would be worth it to me. And I know people who like their significant others like really tried to like throw them for a loop and they thought they were breaking up, which I think is like a fucked up thing to do. But I also think it's something sweet when people have like ideas of plans, but then there's just like a moment that they're at home that they're like, I gotta do it right now. Like I love that kind of stuff too. So I think as long as you're focusing on your partner and like what they mean to you and all of that, like the rest, you'll just be excited, and like the rest, it'll just be fun, and it shouldn't feel stressful. And it's like so fucking exciting. I'm so happy for you.
Me too. Congratulations. Yay! And let us know the next steps and send pictures, of course. I know you will anyway, but
please. Please.
What's the timeline? Is there a timeline? Are you just going to go with the feeling? I don't know. I feel like you're just in the beginning stages.
Yeah. I'm very excited to see what the ring looks like too. Also, if you're nervous about traveling with a ring, don't do it while you're traveling then.
Yeah.
Yay!
We're going to take a break.
1 in 5 Americans have learn a new language on their bucket list. If that's you, because it's definitely me, make 2026 the year you finally check it off. with Babbel, the language app that makes grammar fun and is actually worth your time.
Learning a language with Babbel is all about small steps, big wins, and progress you can actually track and feel. Their bite-sized lessons fit easily into your daily routine and are also easy to remember. Just 10 minutes a day is enough to start seeing real results.
And Babbel recognizes that real-world connections are really what makes language stick and learning a new language. So their courses are designed by over 200 language experts who are, drumroll please, thank God, a prerequisite for us, real human beings. And they're teaching you relevant words and phrases that you'll actually use. Because I look back at what has retained in my head prior to working with Babbel, like things that were relevant to me when I was, in middle school. Now, rarely am I ever going to need to ask someone in Spanish, where is the library?
Right.
But that's what stuck in my head because in middle school, that was relevant to me.
Yes, and we're also just kind of learning phrases and things, but Babbel really makes it so that you can really jump in and embrace the culture of learning and not just learning phrases or making it a game, or you're really learning the language where I can have an actual conversation with somebody.
And Babbel's more than just lessons. They even offer a large collection of podcasts where Babbel experts reveal language secrets and offer an inside look at local cultures.
Babbel has over 25 million subscriptions sold worldwide, and with 14 languages to choose from, every course comes with a 14-day money-back guarantee.
Here's a special limited-time deal for our listeners. Right now, you can get up to 60% off your Babbel subscription at babbel.com/don'tblameme.
Get up to 60% off at babbel.com/don'tblameme, spelled BABBEL.com/don'tblameme.
Rules and restrictions may apply.
This episode is brought to you by Fandango. People say fans are too distracted these days, but the truth is, when a great movie hits the screen, you show up, you stay glued, invested, part of the story. And without fans like you, there'd be no cinema magic, no shared moments. So head to Fandango.com to get tickets, stream, or rent or buy top movies and series. Fandango loves fans.
Good sleep is everything. That's why Ollie's Science Back Support is made with a blend of melatonin and L-theanine for both kiddos and grown-ups. So when your mind won't switch off, you've got something that can help. Your racing thoughts and restless nights won't stand a chance. Find Ollie sleep solutions for the whole family at ollie.com. That's OLLY.com.
We are back. And what'd you get up to this weekend?
I was just working this weekend. I told you, if I got this job, I was going to disappear for a while. And that's what I'm going to do. And also, I'm going to Arkansas next week, so I needed to, work, put in some hours.
What's the weather like there now? Because I know everywhere is basically opposite. So places where it gets cold, it's the coldest it's been in a decade. But here it's been weirdly hot.
Northwest Arkansas, because it's up in a mountain, essentially, big hill. The weather changes all the time.
Yeah.
And so I think I've told this story before. One spring break I wasn't on spring break. I was out of school at the time. But it was during the spring break week. And I went to work in shorts, and by the time I was leaving, it was snowing. So, and
it sounds like
sticking
Denver.
snow where I had to leave at 2:00.
Damn. Yeah, that sounds like Denver. Mott's always talks about how you just couldn't predict, and it's a mountain aspect of it too.
Yeah.
That it's either freezing or
That's
hot,
even
and then
more.
fully
When I
pivots.
say it's a mountain, it's a very high hill, but Denver is a true mountain.
Totally, but I mean, terrain-wise, I think it makes sense.
Yes. Right now, it is warmer there, 76 degrees.
It's very weird.
Yeah.
Very, very weird.
But even next week, it's fluctuating between 65 and 71. So it's, it's getting cooler.
Yeah, one of my friends was just here from New York and was like, "Oh yeah, we're having the coldest, snowiest winter we've ever had." And I was like, "Oh,
Why
welcome."
Are you saying that as if you don't talk about this
Oh,
person
Kyle.
on the podcast.
Yeah, no, Kyle was here. And he was like, "Yeah, it's he's like, I'm so happy to be leaving the coldest, snowiest winter we've had in years." And I was like, "Cool, well, welcome to 100 degrees in March."
Mhm.
It's been miserable, but
And then this week it's like 65. Like right now it's 65 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
But also like the nights there are way colder. So like it'll be down to, on Monday, it'll be down to 42 degrees at nighttime.
Ooh.
But here, like, even though it's cooler during the day, our lowest at night is like 54.
Yeah, well, I mean, I have to say, I have in fact been enjoying Los Angeles' spring break. Those freeways, clear. The traffic, ooh, so nice. Mons was like, I am so not looking forward to next week. Because next week is like officially none of the high schools, private or public. All of them are back in session. So I drove this weekend to the opposite side, almost a full opposite side of Los Angeles, which normally would take at least an hour and a half, 22 minutes.
I love that.
I rolled up to this restaurant, like no one could tell me shit. I was like, ooh, this is going to be the greatest day ever. And it was so nice. And even on traffic home, which is always more, it was like 40 minutes. Still unheard of. Never in my life. And I was like, oh, that was spring break. We just shouldn't have like a mass exodus. They keep saying about the mass exodus of Los Angeles. Everybody's leaving. They got to go to those red states. Would love to. Really? Because the traffic is the same.
Yeah, they just reported that we had a big decline in people living here, but also let's factor in that there was a fire last year. How about we factor that in? Because I think that actually accounts for what that is. Because a lot of people, or not just one fire, multiple fires, and a lot of people lost their homes and they did leave.
Totally. And a lot of those people didn't leave permanently. A lot of those people
came back.
Coming back or have already come back. So, yeah. But I've been like so social, like hung out with people all day on Saturday. And then on Kyle, Casey, and Dana. You never met Dana. You'd love Dana.
I do know. Wait, no? Dana who?
Different Dana.
Okay.
But you'd love this Dana.
Okay.
And we went to the smutty romance bookstore, and Dana got a bunch of they're ripped bodice.
Ripped bodice, yeah, in Culver.
She got a lot of she like asked the people there for recommendations, and she got like 4 or 5 different of these like sapphic books, and she was talking about how one of them she was inspired to read because the last one she read was 500 pages with 0 payoff. And I was like, what do you mean 0 payoff? She goes, I mean 0 payoff. And I was like, oh, like Captain Marvel?
Sex.
And she was like Captain Marvel. And I was like, yeah, the whole movie I said, I'm so sorry, you showed me these lesbians in love. And now the movie ends.
And their child.
And their child who sees Mama loves Mama. And that's all. What? Like that's all we motherfucking get. And you treated Brie Larson so horribly that she's not coming back.
Right.
Okay.
And then
cool.
when you show us that there's an alternate maybe universe mom, I don't know. But like they have another chance. And daughter's grown now. She can facilitate.
Yeah, she loves her moms. And like, what? And she was like, that's exactly what she's like that. Yeah, that's really what it felt like. And then we talked about our love of Bridgerton and the new season.
Did you see their new interview?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where they said, I don't know who told you all that lesbians were invented in 1994, but they lied.
Yep.
They have been around. So, yeah. And then what did I do and then I did more gardening. Yeah. I did a bunch more gardening. Really working on this garden. Well, I can't find that big one.
Well, I just mean any more, period.
Dozens. They're everywhere. I see them all the time. They're just constantly around. And then there was a really scary squirrel that I thought died on top of one of our like fence posts, like the flat, like it's like a concrete like pillar one. And so I was like, it wasn't moving, and I was like, this is really weird. And then I blinked and I thought it moved, and then I got panicked. So I was like, okay, well, it's acting very still and weird. So I'm thinking like, do you have rape? Like, are you sick? This is not how like a normal squirrel acts. Either you're dead or like you're radioactive, like something's wrong, and like I don't want to be attacked. And I have like a video of like 45 seconds of me filming it. It is not moving, laying on its stomach, not moving. And I kept checking back over the course of an hour, never moved. Came back 5 minutes later after that, gone. And I was like, what the fuck?
Just maybe they were asleep
with the eyes open. Well, some animals sleep with their eyes open.
Yeah, I don't know. It's squirrel's life.
It was very jarring and very scary. But then last night I had we did social. Motz's uncle and aunt were in town, so we saw them again and we went out to dinner. And I was like,
uncle?
look at us, a midweek, yeah. They've been here for 6 weeks.
You know what I was laughing about as I was reviewing the edit again was when we were talking about the trains, and you're like, well, Motz's uncle was in town, so we didn't take the kids. And I'm like, that's those kids' uncle, too.
Yeah.
So that actually, the story does not check out.
No, it doesn't at all. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I just like showed up. Like I was the one who suggested the activity. I didn't know who was gonna be. I didn't know who all was gonna be there.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what the plan of any of it was. I do think the kids would enjoy going again, but it was their first time meeting this, and they were like, we were so impressed with those kids, and I was like, I know, they're so sweet and so cute and like kind of low-key crazy, and like it's so fun. But yeah, and then tonight, which I don't think we're doing anymore, we're supposed to like go see another one of like go to dinner with another one of Motz's friends, and I was like, were you feeling like incredibly ambitious, and like did you just like respond to everybody's text and like make all these plans for this 1 week? Because I was like, that's like kind of a lot. Like,
yeah,
what? So I don't think we're doing that. And then I think we're supposed to go to like a party this weekend. And I was like, whoa.
Ooh.
I think the heat is getting to everybody. And they're like, that's actually now summer. Like this is like summer activities.
Yeah. I have a friend that I thought hadn't responded to me about meeting up back in January.
And you get pissed and you open it and you realize, oh, that was me.
It was me. It was me. I opened it literally on yesterday. I opened it.
You opened it with a stank face being
and
like,
I was like,
I can't believe
yes,
that was me.
And so then I responded back because literally in her message though, she said, hey, my husband got a new job. So I won't be able to meet after work like hours because I have to go get our kid. But like his job will be over within April. I was like, hey, actually, perfect timing. I'm so sorry. I've been thinking bad thoughts about you in my head for the last 4 months that you never responded to me. It was me. It was me. I am so sorry that I did not respond to your text message. But yeah, so I was like, actually, perfect timing.
No, that is great. I've done that so many times where I'm like, wow, can't even like, damn, shows how much you care. Like you can't even respond. And I open it and I'm like, at this point, I'm like, I don't know why I don't just assume that I am the default. Like, I need to do that. But then you open it sometimes and then you go, you haven't even responded. Damn, that is fucked up.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, no, that was me. I did that. Yeah. I did that. Oopsie daisies.
I will also, when I return, I will be circling back to numerous people that in the winter we had made future plans that we didn't follow through with. Or maybe we did and I just didn't respond to the text message. I'll have to go back through.
Maybe it's we had such a rainy season. Maybe we're all just feeling like really ambitious now that it's slightly warm. That it's like, okay, summer's here. There's no more rain. The streets have not washed away. Let's we have a small window because it will start raining again soon. Because it did rain 2 days ago, but only for a few minutes. But, it rained here weirdly, like on and off all night. Because
it was during the day.
Oh.
And again, we don't live that far away.
No, but to be fair, my neighbor's house
closer to the ocean, so it changes the
even on the walks
water.
I've been on. I'm at like a house that's like lawn dry, everything parched. Get back to my house, damp, everything wet. My house has been rained on. And I go, cool, you are 6 blocks away. That's a little fucking crazy. Oh, and the other thing I did this weekend is I saw Project Hail Mary.
I saw your messages about it, and I was like, that actually could have been our But Am I Watching? I just don't have enough time to get out to watch it now. But if you would have told me this weekend, I would have made time to go see it.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think I remembered how you felt about space movies.
No.
Do you like space movies? Okay.
I love
space too.
I'll never go.
No.
I don't even want to touch the tip.
No, but at the same time, I'm also like deeply saddened by the fact that I'm not going to space, even though I have no desire to go. And if someone asked me to go, I would say no. But the idea that like I'm never going to go to space makes me sad. I don't know why. Like it feels like someone else's sadness that I'm carrying. Like I know in my brain I don't want to go, but like my heart will go on. I don't know. Like my heart is like, no, I am sad about that.
We should take a trip down to Long Beach and look at the space stuff.
Oh, I would love that. And Melissa, you are
us going to Long Beach, which we like Long Beach, but we just don't like driving to Long Beach.
No, we'll take the train. We can take the train to Long Beach.
Can we get to Long Beach on the train?
Mm-hmm.
Splendid.
It's going to be
you drive
super
over here.
out of
There's
the
a train
way.
right by me.
I'll be real. I do actually think that you have to get on a line closer to me.
Okay.
But we'll see. We'll see. I'll ask my neighbor who takes the train to work. Crazy.
Okay.
I'll ask him. He knows all about them.
Look online.
There's no one like you, and there never will be.
From the producer of Bohemian Rhapsody, there are many legends, but there is only one. Michael, rated PG-13, in theaters April 24.
Gold Bond knows that when your skin feels good, you feel good. So look after it day and night and make Gold Bond Healing Lotion your go-to. It's clinically shown to visibly heal and moisturize dry skin in just one use. We all deserve soft, healthy-looking skin every day, so choose a trusted brand with proven results. Gold Bond Healing Lotion. Buy yours now at walmart.com.
This episode is brought to you by Redfin. You're listening to a podcast, which means you're probably multitasking. Maybe even scrolling home listings on Redfin, saving homes without expecting to get them. But Redfin isn't just built for endless browsing. It's built to help you find and own a home. With agents who close twice as many deals, when you find the one, you've got a real shot at getting it. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
Speaking of, when I was with Dana this weekend. Dana is the friend who, when Kyle tried to buy, we were talking about Long Beach, and I turned to Dana. I was like, remember when Kyle tried to buy half a sofa from Restoration Hardware Outlet?
Mm-hmm,
he tried to buy a full half sofa, and I was like, Dana, I don't even think you were there. She goes, no, you called me, and you were like, I need your I don't know how to rationalize with this man. And she was like, oh, I remember that. I tell that story literally all the time. And Kyle was like, I still stand by it. I could have just pushed it against a wall. I was like, no,
it would have fallen
crazy.
over. Are you going to put books underneath it?
No, and take in mind, he moved out of LA about 2.5 weeks later. I go, yeah, how would you have sold that half a couch that nobody wanted?
You would have left it outside.
Exactly. But Project Hail Mary, oh my God, it's one of the best movies I've seen ever, point blank. It's so phenomenal. It's so good. It's a movie that feels like a movie. It's so cinematic. It's done so well. All of it's long, but it doesn't even feel long. But I would recommend people to do your very best to dehydrate yourself so you don't take a pee break. And if you're going to take a pee break of any of the scenes that are in the trailer. I would do that.
What if you're like me and you don't watch trailers?
Well, I know. Then you're...
No, I don't pee.
Clench that.
I don't pee in public, really, anyway. So
you and me both.
And I eat full meals during movies.
Yeah, no, I don't love peeing in public. I will do it if I have to.
If I have to, yeah. Luckily, though, the movie theater that I frequent does have a private bathroom that a lot of people don't know about. So I will go use that bathroom.
Yeah. I also will use the, we go to the movies late at night and alone. But I sobbed so hard in this movie that, I was concerned when we got to the theater. I had to ask Mats if I was, disturbing other people. And he was like, no, everybody was like that. But I don't think I've ever cried hard. I cried for, the movie's 2.5 hours long or something. I cried for an hour and a half, 1 hour straight. And then for 30 minutes, I cried intermittently. And then I probably cried for a solid hour on the drive home, talking about the movie, sitting at home, watching Jeopardy to try and make myself less emotional. And Moss just looked over and I was still sobbing. I had a horrible headache. I was so dehydrated the next day. He was like, are you sure you liked it? I was like, I loved it.
Oh my gosh.
It is so good. And so many people, when I was talking about how fantastic it was, they're like, you have to read the book. So I'm going to finish my Hunger Games book. And then I'm going to read Project Hail Mary.
No, is that why you were trying to force me to watch Hunger Games?
Yeah, because I have been putting off reading the book again. And I was thinking maybe if we were watching
I'm never going to watch that movie. I don't know why you even fixed your little thumbs to send that message.
Just in case you have a complete 180 in your taste.
Check my pulse.
Yeah, no.
Check me into a hospital.
To be fair, if you were like, I'd love to watch The Hunger Games, I would go, I need a wellness check. Somebody's stat. Like, that's not good. But I can't wait to hear what you think. We can talk about it, like, and do like a belated one. I mean, I would see it again in theaters, but I also could talk about it forever. Okay. It's his best performance, I think.
Okay. Better than Breaker High.
What?
Breaker High was a TV show that came on in the 90s after school. That was a Saved by the Bell ripoff. And he played this dork on that show.
Oh,
he thought he was great. Like, he thought he was like hot shit, but he was just a dork. That's what I first remember. Even though I did watch the Mickey Mouse Club, I don't remember anybody that was on there and now is famous. I don't remember them. But Breaker High is what I remember him from first.
I don't know anyone on this besides him.
Yeah. It's a Canadian show, so.
Okay. Well, that would have helped.
Yeah, but it came on, like, I want to say UPN. And I know most people listening to this don't even know what UPN is, including you.
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
It was a network that a lot of shows came on. A lot of black shows and a lot of corny white shows came on.
There's networks that like that.
Yeah. And then it got merged with the WB.
Oh, okay. So for me, I don't even really remember much of a time where the WB... Like, I remember the WB merging and no longer being the WB is more recent in my life.
So when it merged, then they got rid of most of the black shows. I think Girlfriends might have been the only thing that survived, but then that went to BET. Yeah.
So the WB, that was all the only one I think I remember that was on that was Smallville, because my friend's mom was obsessed with that.
This is way before.
But wasn't that on the WB?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the only time I remember seeing even like
Dawson's
the WB.
Creek was on WB. Sister Sister was on WB, but you were watching Sister Sister in reruns.
I was. And I had no idea until I saw them in like movies, and then I said, "Oh,
they're old.
You've aged." Oh, time actually has passed. When I saw Tahj, and I said, "Time has passed."
Yeah.
Time
Have you seen
has
him
passed.
recently? Like this week?
This week, I was gonna say, I see him all the time. Why? What'd he do?
He posted a picture.
He's always doing that.
Has a great curvature to his back.
He knows exactly what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
He knows.
Megan's speechless.
Yeah. He is. I mean, I always knew. Like, this was never a surprise to me once I saw that he had in fact aged, because he's always been he's very cute and then very handsome, and now he got very big.
He and I are the same age, but I always see him as younger, even though we are the same age. But he just feels younger. I don't know why. Even though I see the Olsen, when I first saw him, it was on Full House because he was Michelle's best friend.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that I'm the same age as them, but I just see him as younger for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, some of those things, it always sticks. Always sticks with you. Like, some people are born old, some people are born young.
Yeah.
Like Clarice.
Mm-hmm.
He's born old. Yeah. He's just he's always been a very attractive guy. He just decided, you know what? I'm gonna get real big.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that for you.
Yep.
And for us, for the viewers.
Yeah. I love to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Now I just sound like a voyeur.
I would like to see it.
So you didn't hear the information about Chili?
Okay, so when you brought this up yesterday when we were texting,
mm-hmm.
I automatically knew when it was like, oh, personal reasons. In my head, I was like, we don't care enough about, no offense, I don't care enough about like Matthew Lawrence. And then I was like, oh, he's dating Chili. And I was like, and then when you were like, oh, you don't know what happened with Chili. And it was like literally all hit me at once. I go, oh, yeah, she did something like political or like not political.
So Matthew Lawrence and his brothers were doing a meet and greet this weekend for something.
One of those cons.
Yeah. And I'm scrolling on Instagram and just see this picture of him and it just says canceled. And I'm like, because of what Chili did? I don't understand. And then I read the caption. He's not going to this con for scheduling reasons. And I was like, yeah, okay, sure. It's because of Chili. So Chili donated a lot of money to Donald Trump and other Republicans. Yes. And, voting, when you donate money, it's public record.
Yes.
And so I feel like somebody has it out for her because they just announced their tour this week, and with Salt and Pepper and In Vogue, which all three of them are, like, when I was a 5-year-old, obsessed with all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I had already bought my ticket. And I bought my ticket. They had like a pre-sale where $300 tickets were like $100. So it came out that she has donated all this money. And then, honestly, when you go look at her Instagram, which I don't follow her, so I never have looked at it, giving very right-wing, white Republican.
That's all I saw. And so I was like, oh, I wonder if it like was confirmation. I didn't know that was essentially like, that was what made the donation be like, oh, this makes sense. I didn't know the donation was a part of it, because I'm like,
yes,
well, that's cut and dry. Like, you're right. Like, that is just a fact. You did it.
Yeah. She's also posting so many videos that I think that she thinks is real, but it's clearly AI. Because she's like, oh my gosh, look at these children. Look how much they love the Lord as they're reciting these Bible verses and stuff. And I'm like, that is AI. Children don't talk like that. That is AI.
I'm like getting deeply concerned for people who are like not the age, which I think that, I don't think, I have sympathy for certain people falling for AI. But like, there's other ones that I go, you're on the internet. Like,
yes.
You are. You know that that's not real.
Yes. And she also reposted a conspiracy theory about Michelle Obama being a man. And so then all this led to her first releasing a video where she's like, I have the utmost respect for Michelle Obama. I would never do this to a woman. It had to be an accident. I was going through trying to figure out, like, where this happened, why this happened. It must have been an accidental repost. Does she sound genuine? Yes. Is there an actual apology? No. And then she starts saying, I would never donate to anything that goes against my beliefs. I thought I was donating to help veterans and the trafficking of children, stopping that. And I was like, well, that also is right-wing propagandists that they try to get you. And I'm like, how deep in the sauce is she?
No, yeah, that's
But also
scary.
The donations say Donald Trump. So it's not like it's one of these PACs that is a side thing that's under a different name. It literally says Donald Trump.
And even if at that point, even if it initially the first website said like what you're paying it out to, you'd see that there.
And there's multiple. And it's not just Donald Trump. There's other Republicans that she's donated to. So then after that, because everybody was like, this is bullshit. Like, no one believes you. Then she released a typed up statement that said, I'm not MAGA. I've never been MAGA. I would never, you can go read it on her Instagram. And people are like, okay, like, you literally donated to Donald Trump. Like, your money is speaking for you.
Yeah.
You can, like, some people will say they're not.
Here.
Yes, but people will also say they're not MAGA. They're just a Republican and they're not like part of that. But
her saying I donated money to like save the kids from trafficking. Cool. That's not what I asked.
And also you could, like, if you were donating to veterans, you could donate straight to the VA.
Yeah.
Why are you donating through Republicans?
Yeah, you're giving a reason for why you did the thing you did, but you did the thing.
Yeah. And so then people are unearthing other things that she said in the past. Like during 2020, she was asked about Black Lives Matter, and she like stopped the reporter and was like, I believe in all lives matter. Meanwhile, T-Boss is sitting next to her looking like she's crazy. And then also T-Boss said another, because T-Boss never refers to her as her friend. She always calls her bandmate, which lets me know they're just business partners. But there's an interview where T-Boss is talking and somebody is like talking about people that voted for Trump in the Black community. And she was like, yeah, my bandmate voted for Trump. But the interviewer just like kept going over it and didn't stop her. And then people also were like reposting this stuff where T-Boss was like, I don't care about Trump. And they were taking it as if like she just didn't care that he existed. instead of reading the whole article where she was saying, I don't care, like, as in I hate him. Like,
yes,
he is taking away rights. She's also somebody that has sickle cell anemia. So, like, she's he's actively voting away rights for people that are like me, or taking away healthcare. Like, yeah, she has openly spoken up against Trump. And so I'm just like, I bought my ticket. There are going to be 7 other people on that stage. I'm not supporting Chile. I'm there for everybody else.
So, but if Matthew Lawrence is rescheduling, do you think Chile's going to reschedule anything?
No, because the tour is so, like, my tickets aren't until October. I think it's going to be so far down.
So he's just distancing from, like, current.
The immediate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I do find it so funny when people, like, if you want to do things, do them. And if you don't want people to talk about it, you don't have to talk about it. People will talk about it. But then when you're like, no, that's not what this is. And it goes, okay, that's still what that is. Because I would have bet, like you said, like, a lot of this stuff was kind of brushed away. Like, it had already happened. But when you bring more attention to it, then more eyeballs are on it.
I literally think it was because the tour was announced and somebody was like, I know something. Let me just bring it. Because it's not like it's secret. And she's been saying things for, and if you look at her Instagram, I don't think there's any way you would think that this woman voted for her. But to me, Lawrence brothers have always given Republican.
Yeah, there's too many of them.
There's only 3 of them.
Oh, I thought there was like 6.
No. Who are you thinking of?
Probably ones who just look somewhat similar.
But as I was going through and looking at their things, Andy definitely is. And I don't know about the other 2, but Andrew is definitely liberal. But it's just interesting.
I thought Eric from Boy Meets World was another one of those.
No.
Okay.
No.
And I want to say I probably also thought Sean was too.
No. You thought everybody on that show was just related?
Yeah, except for
Corey.
You know me and white brunette men. They all, I definitely thought there was a lot more of them. I thought they were like the Skarsgårds of the 90s.
No. I mean, they were, but like, no.
But not that many.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've never given me conservative, necessarily. But I don't even know how many of them are, so how would I know?
Joey definitely does.
Joey does?
Mm-hmm.
Which one's that?
The oldest one.
Oh, he looks like an HGTV kind of guy.
Yeah.
Which is also conservative.
Where's your playlist taking you? Down the highway? To the mountains? Or just into daydream mode while you're stuck in traffic? With over 4,000 hotels worldwide, Best Western is there to help you make the most of your getaway, wherever that is. Because the only thing better than a great playlist is a great trip. Life's the trip. Make the most of it at Best Western. Book direct and save at bestwestern.com.
Springfest is happening now at Lowe's. Keep the spotlight on your yard with Stay Green Premium 2 cubic foot mulch, 5 bags for $10. Plus, when you want more help indoors, get up to 40% off select major appliances that help you supercharge your chores. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid to 4/22 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for details. Mulch offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
With Plan B emergency contraception, we're in control of our future. It's backup birth control you take after unprotected sex that helps prevent pregnancy before it starts. It works by temporarily delaying ovulation, and it won't impact your future fertility. Plan B is available in all 50 U.S. states at all major retailers near you, with no ID, prescription, or age requirement needed. Together, we've got this. Follow Plan B on Insta at Plan B One Step to learn more. Use as directed.
Well, wow. Speaking of things that I don't watch, but I'm like deeply invested in, have you been following any of the Summer House drama?
I don't know any of those people. When somebody posted that Sierra did something, I was like, the singer? I don't know what's going on.
Sierra didn't do anything. People did things to Sierra.
I just saw Sierra, and I was like, I don't know. I don't know what this is.
Oh my God. The way that I have so many thoughts and feelings about a show that I exclusively watch on TikTok clips. Like, I've never seen a full episode of this. I know nothing about it, but I also know that my intuition's never wrong, because I have people comment to me like, I've seen every episode of the show multiple times. You're spot on. And I was like, great. great. I've understood enough. And the only thing that's holding me back is there are rumors swirling that a certain vampire twin Oscar winner might be interested in Sierra, which I'm like, you can have anybody. She deserves the world. That one will be hard for me.
Okay. Well, I don't know what you're talking about, and I will not be looking into it. So
No. But I just I'm obviously Team Sierra. And if Melissa knew anything about it, don't worry, everyone. She would obviously also be Team Sierra.
Okay. Well, there's been a lot of rumors about him lately, about people he's dating, and
I know.
one of them being Tiana Taylor, one of them being Yirin from Bridgerton. And it's like, just because you talk to somebody doesn't mean
No, it's like people forgot that he existed, and now suddenly we all have to speculate about who he's dating. He's had friends and has talked to people like in the last couple of years, but no, now suddenly it's like, no, he spoke to someone. They must be dating.
And also, he literally was on a podcast this week and said that he has not dated anyone.
Yep. So, yeah. But I've just been like following all of this drama, and it's getting like even more and more diabolical, and it's coming out. Basically, it's like it's like a Scandival round 2 aspect of it. But in my mind, or my perspective, it's worse because the dedication in the relationship wasn't the romantic one. It was the friendship. It was like her best, one of her like very best friends. And there's a racial element to it too, where West, a guy who loves being close to Black culture, proximity to Black people, all of that he like couldn't settle down for Sierra, even though she was like, I'm not like a hit it and quit it kind of part. Like, I'm like, I don't sleep around. Like, I sleep with people who I'm in a relationship with, serious. And he like spent an entire summer convincing her that like he wanted to be in a relationship with her, and it was serious. He like introduced her to his family, went to weddings with all of this stuff. Like, he was her boyfriend, and they slept together, and then he dumped her and was like, I want to sleep around with other people. And it was like, cool. So you did do the thing that I told you explicitly I'm worried about people doing, because I really hate this concept of people needing to experience me, that I'm just like this beautiful temptress that like, no, I want a relationship. Like, I'm old fashioned. Like, this is who I am. And so it was like, well, I can't settle down. Like, can't be that guy for you, blah, 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 whatever. And she was so mad at him. And then this season, which again, I started watching these clips again because the only reason I'd seen them before was when they first started their like flirtation on the show. And I was like, she's beautiful and he's there and she looks happy. So I'm loving that. And then she was no longer. But now it was like, oh, it seems like it could be rekindled. And they're asking her in like interviews and stuff like, you know what? And she's like, yeah, he's like really apologetic and he has really sees where he went wrong. And like, I think I could see myself giving him another chance. And there's all these moments that we're seeing for teasers for upcoming episodes because Summer House is currently airing. And then as it's all happening and we're watching this and it's like, okay, she might be giving him another chance. And a lot of people are like, not to be toxic. I do kind of ship them. I think, you know, if he has grown up, because it was a very immature thing for him to do, he's really shown he's grown up a lot. Like, if she is ready to forgive him, I can forgive him too. And then all these like people being like, rumors that he is hooking up with one of the other castmates who just announced that her and her husband are getting separated, who is white. And everyone's like, that's not real. Like, all the cast members have addressed it on Watch What Happens Live in the last like 2 weeks of being like, no, like that's not a thing. Like, that's so silly. He said like, no. She said no. Like, everyone's like, oh my God, so stupid. No. What comes out this motherfucking week? A joint statement that they both released basically saying, yeah, because they're not dating. They're like, yeah, we have been fucking. Like, we are a situationship. Like, we haven't really figured out what we are yet. But like, yeah, this is what we are. So after Amanda had listened to Sierra cry about this guy, and she literally just had an episode where she talked about like just the reception of and the pressure of interracial dating on the show, which has never happened on Summer House, and being the unwanted, not wanting to be the poster child for this, then have people be like, wow, a white man embarrassed you on television, and like having all of the racial implications of this that is like so much heavier, crying, really processing all of this. And then, oh, it turns out you've been fucking him. And then Dumois and the Blinds are saying they've actually been sleeping together since last motherfucking summer. Her best friend. While she was married? While she was married, her husband sucked, who was cheating on her. But like, while she was married and seemingly like after she saw how dirty this guy did her best friend, wiping her tears, all of that. And then this season, watching her and him be like, okay, we're like, giving this another shot. And it also looks like that he was just doing that to like, fuck, I don't know what, he's playing the field. And also, and everyone's like, I'm just concerned about like Amanda's mental health. I'm sorry. What about Sierra's mental health?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Like, I think it's fucking ridiculous that like, because I also think that's racist in and of itself to think that you as a white woman, and I say this as a white woman, that you think you are so special or somehow going to be immune from the treatment that we see on social media. Like, hey, you fucked your best friend's ex, who now people are also saying that post this season of the show, they already started dating again. They had been rekindling. So like, you did that. You know how people on the internet go for that person. Am I saying that I think it's fine to send someone death threats? No, but like, you know that that's what happened. Why did you think that you would be the exception to that you would not be treated that way on social media? Huh? And everyone's like, well, think about her mental health. And I go, did you think about your best friend's mental health?
Right. You didn't think about it. You should have been the first person to be thinking about not just her mental health, but her feelings to begin with.
Yes. Like, you made a conscious choice that led you to be in the mental health position that you are in. Sierra did not. She did not consent to any of that fucking shit. Like, you dragged her along for this, but if you weighed the pros and cons of this, like, this is not your first day on fucking earth. You didn't just fall out of a coconut tree. Like, this is so, and like people being like, and some fucking people in my DMs being like, wow, you're slut shaming. And I said, I'm slut shaming because I said, I hope Sierra fucks her mom, her dad, all of Amanda's siblings, her attorney, her agent, her lawyer, her arch nemesis, her best friend, her landlord.
You want her to go slut it out with the family.
I said, I'm so sorry. That's not slut shaming. I'm actually encouraging that. It's like, well, it's just like you're slut shaming. Like, why would you encourage bullying of a woman? And I'm like, why would you condone the bullying of another? Because this action was an act of bullying and violence towards Sierra. So why are we condoning that? I'm like so fucking invested of this. And like, but people, apparently the streets in New York were saying like everyone was getting just like chats being like, hey, saw them making out at a bar. Saw this.
Well, there's
horrible.
That. Still don't know who they are. Won't look it up, but thank you for the update because I've been seeing information. Again, I thought they were talking about Sierra the singer. Didn't know what was going on. When I looked to see it was not Sierra the singer.
Yep.
Didn't invest anymore.
I feel the way about Sierra from Summer House that I think you feel about Olandria, where it's like people in my life love and care about, very happy for you. Love seeing you win. Don't know much about you at all. I know the people I care about, they like you, and you're around, and you seem cool. Like, it's literally that.
Cool. Congratulations for Sports Illustrated.
Oh my God. That, I don't know how I didn't see that one coming. That should have been the first thing they did right out of the villa. I told Mods, and Mods said, well, obviously. And I said, don't say it like that. Okay, we know. She's just flawless. Perfect, flawless, wonderful. Not that I ever left my Olandria phase, but I did go back and watch just like more clips and more interviews and like more everything about them. And I love them. Love them to death.
All right. Well, there's this episode. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Join us on Thursday where we'll be watching
The Stepford Wives.
Great film.
Fantastic film. Honestly, like an all-timer.
Yeah. And then on Monday, we'll be back for another episode of Don't Blame Me. Don't forget to write in, ask for advice. You can also write in with a rant ask if you're wrong about something, anything. You just want to let us know what's going on in your life. You got an update. Let us know.
We'd love to hear it.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Sign production hosted by me, Megan Rinks.
And me, Melissa D. Montz, plus Diamond Imprint Productions.
Post-production by Coco Lorenz.
Production assistance by Melanie D. Watson.
And music by Ryan Hunter and Giacomo Picasso.
Crisp, refreshing, and unmistakably tasty. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. It's the only drink with real Coca-Cola taste and zero sugar.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile with a message for everyone paying big wireless way too much. Please, for the love of everything good in this world, stop. With Mint, you can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Of course, if you enjoy overpaying, no judgments, but that's weird. Okay, one judgment. Anyway, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.